I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk to folks from the VTuber community about their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Silvera joins us. Hi.
Howdy.
Hey, introduce yourself to everybody, please.
Okay, hi, my name is Silvera Spectre. I do streaming sometimes. I've never been good at introductions.
Well, there you go. Hey, I appreciate you coming on. I've been watching some of your streams lately. I know that you did a Lethal Company here,
Oh yeah, thank you.
not that long ago. You had a manageable group.
Yeah.
I've seen people try that game with one of the people I interviewed said they had 19 people in there one time. I can't even.
Oh my god.
I can't even imagine getting anything in edgewise with them.
Oh, I wish. I would love to just have absolute unhinged chaos.
Well, that's what it would be, all right. It's
It would
chaos
be
enough.
amazing.
It's chaos enough with 3 people, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's. When did you get started on the VTubing?
About 2 months ago. Really new to all of this.
Why?
Yeah.
Why'd you get started?
That's a good question. I've been thinking a lot about recently, actually. I I think I just really wanted to be a part of communities and find friends and people to talk to often and stuff, and I think I've done that.
Well, it's a good way to get to meet a lot of people that you normally wouldn't, for one, interact
Yeah.
with them, and then realize that you could be talking to someone who is standing upside down from you on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, I have before. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
It's amazing, and me being an old radio guy, for me to talk to some folks who are on, let's say, somewhere in Asia, back when I started, it would have cost $1 million. And the sound quality would be like talking into tin cans. It wouldn't be worth the money. So this is pretty amazing. Were you
Yeah,
a VTuber
internet
fan?
is cool.
Were you a VTuber fan before you got started?
Yes, I was, but not for very long. I'm not sure what the average is, but it was probably a pretty quick turnaround from becoming interested in VTubers and watching them, and then becoming one. Just a
Did
couple months, I think.
did you just kind of stumble across it, or what were you looking for?
Yeah, well, I was aware of the existence of them for a long time, being into other streamers and stuff, but I never really watched streamers much until kind of late last year, around like November. I decided to get into some of it, and
Did,
then just kind of snowballed into here we are.
so did you just kind of it kind of spoke to you, or did it
Yeah,
did it give you a chance to perform in front of people?
exactly. Yeah, it was like I was always kind of interested in making videos and stuff,
Hmm.
but being able to just like have the character
Hmm.
moving around was just such a cool way to do it. That was like
Well,
not very expressive without.
it definitely is expressive, and it does give you a chance to kind of be yourself with a lot of people without actually being yourself.
Exactly, yeah. It's like kind of weird how the mask helps the real you come out a bit more clearly, I think.
That's a very good
Taking away
explanation,
that
actually.
layer of. Mhm.
Yeah, that's a great explanation of it, and it gives you a little bit of a shield.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, and have you always been a performer type of person?
Sort of. I did a couple high school productions.
You're a drama kid.
A little bit. Oh, yeah. I just started too late.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of drama kids, and they're great folks. The
Well,
the
thank you.
the idea of performing in front of people, to me, even though I did a lot of radio to a lot of people, is absolutely frightening. To get in front
Oh,
of
yeah.
put yourself when you first got started and got your model and did your first broadcast with this. How many butterflies did you have?
So many. But they went away faster than I thought they would.
So
I just had,
you got comfortable quick.
yeah, I had nice people chat. Actually, one of my friends, Kiva Corvus, was there for the first ever stream and now is a friend I talk to all the time.
Wow. So did they know
So,
that you were coming on, or did they kind of support you?
uh, like here?
Uh, I mean, on that first. I mean, did
Oh
you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they saw I kind of encountered him through Twitter, and
Mhm.
then he just kind of came into the stream when I started, and then talked to me there for the whole time, and then kept showing up, and then we did stuff together.
Yeah, well, that's cool. It's nice to have. It's nice to have somebody there that you kind of lean on a little bit anyway to get started, and a little bit of a rock to tie on to.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
He's been great.
So
Really cool.
have you been able to expand that circle a little bit?
Yeah, I have. Uh, yeah, lots of friends I've made through this. I talk more since I started this than a long time.
Well, well, I mean, I mean, you don't have to leave your house and then suddenly have a bunch of folks you can express your opinions to and just kind of hang around with, whether it's a game like this or Stardew Valley or any of the other types
Yeah,
of stuff. Now,
yeah, it's amazing.
now the Stardew Valley,
Hmm.
I have about 30 save files.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I've played it
it's a
since
fantastic game.
I've been played it for so many since it first came out and through all the updates. Um, how is the new update?
Oh, it's amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, they got so much cool stuff.
Oh no.
It's so wonderful. You
So
should
much.
definitely start devoting all of your time to it again.
All of my life is going to be gone again for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Every time something new came out, I've had to get into it. I've managed to stay away from that computer for a while, but I think I'm going to be diving into it. It that's it. It's a really lent itself to um, collaboration too. I was
For
kind of
sure, yeah.
surprised at that because it was such a an individual comfort game. But are you playing it on your own or with somebody?
I haven't been playing the new update on my own yet. I've just been playing it multiplayer with the co-op mode.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's just amazing how the co-op mode is still so comforting.
And
More so, I think.
for one person to be doing this is pretty amazing. I don't know if he'll ever get that second game out, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, oh, Haunted Taco here. Yeah, it looks amazing. I really hope. Really excited to play
And yet, I still want that next the next chapter of Stardew Valley to come out.
it.
So, with those two games we mentioned that you've played, are there other games you like to stream?
Yeah, I've been streaming a lot of games. Haven't played it in a few days since the whole game exploded, but Apex Legends I played
Hmm.
a lot with my friend Kai Ruyo and several other. Um, that's a fun game.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
Apex.
that's the game that helped me reach affiliate.
Yeah,
Playing that every night.
and congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you, thank you.
Folks,
I have no idea how, other than collabs and friends pulling me up there.
well, that's good though, because you've been able to find a good vein
Yeah.
of people to work with, and that doesn't always go well for people right off the bat.
Hmm.
But you seem to be able to found people who kind of work on your wavelength and mesh well together with you.
Yeah, I'm extremely lucky. I met them by accident.
Well, they're lucky too. I mean, let's face it. they,
Yeah.
they found you too, so there you go.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, like literally by accident. It's really my friend has told me about in the EN VTuber server, the one where you were advertising this.
Right.
They were doing a Lethal Company event, and my friend Bellflower just like mentioned it, and then I went over and I clicked on the voice channel by accident. I
Hmm.
didn't mean to join it, and then they just brought me into it, and CSUN Stars helped me get set up, and then I made friends.
Bellflower's going to be on pretty soon. We're gonna get that set up.
Oh yeah, I heard that's
Yeah. Yeah,
awesome.
that's gonna be fun. The
Yeah.
the ability to meet and get into a kind of a social circle with these folks. Was that something that you thought was going to happen this quickly for you?
Absolutely not. I was hoping to make a couple friends streaming out to the void here, but the way I just stumbled into it and then had a lot of them stick around for a while has just been it's amazing.
Well, I mean that just I know it's kind of fortuitous how it started, but but it says a lot about your how you interact with them that they stick around. I mean, that's they don't just show up and stay on their own volition. Uh, so you've got something going for you. What is it? I want to know.
I don't know.
I need it. I'm an old man.
That's a hard question.
Well, it's obvious that you and these folks, if you watch the streams, that the interaction is very easy. Is it easier for you to collaborate with other folks who are gaming with you, or with the chat and the folks who are watching?
I don't know. It's probably easier. I guess I don't really talk to people that I don't already know anymore. I mean, I should do that more again. But I guess just by default, it would make the people I collab with easier to talk to, just because I know them better. But like, I started out with meeting Corvus in chat, so like, I guess both.
Yeah, both. It is as the idea of having a lot of folks watching what you're doing. I know that you did some drama work earlier on, but a lot of folks who you're never going to know their name, never going to see their face, are watching you and what you're doing. Has that struck you?
It hasn't.
Until now.
I don't know. Like, obviously, you have to be aware of all of that, but I guess I just kind of don't think about it in that way.
Here I'm trying to make my guests comfortable, and instead I'm putting her on a tightrope, and putting her on a tightrope, and I said, look down, you know. No, I'm
existential crisis. No, it's fine. It's great.
Yeah, I do this to my wife all the time. I put her in crises left and right. The when you did get started, and were you directly going to do a specific game, and was it going to be basically a gaming channel, or did you have any other ideas for it?
I always wanted to be variety style streaming. That's a lot of the biggest inspirations that I had going into this, were people who were very variety focused and did a lot of different things. So I kind of always wanted to approach it from that angle and never get tied down to one type of thing.
So have you got some of that planned for the future?
I don't really plan ahead as much as I should. I just kind of obviously I have a list of games that I would love to play on stream, but nothing really concrete. I just kind of have been doing it on a very vibes based approach.
Well, it works. It works so far. I mean,
it has been.
Why deviate from the path if the path is clear? What are the games?
True.
What are some of those games on that list?
When they were on sale, I bought every single game in the Yakuza series except for the brand new ones. So I would love to play those.
Yeah. A bargain hunter. I like that.
Oh yeah, I pretty much only get games when they're on sale usually.
Yeah. Is there any game that's coming out? Any game that's coming out that you're looking forward to?
Yes. There's the remake of Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Now, I've really been looking forward to that one. I played that game. I never beat it because I was a baby, but I played it so much when I was a kid.
Now that's one I haven't heard mentioned very much. What really catches that to you other than nostalgia?
I really love RPGs. The story of that one is really goofy and good, and I really just love it. Yeah, it's a lot of nostalgia.
Are they going to update the graphics? Are they going to add some?
Oh yeah, it's a complete remake, I believe. It looks completely overhauled styles. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So are they going to add gameplay to it as well?
I'm not sure.
Well, you'd have to wait to find out, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point because you're still going to play it.
Oh yeah, I'll be there day one.
Were you a big Mario fan?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I've been playing lots of them. Actually, some of the first games I ever played when I was a kid were the original Super Mario and 3 on my dad's NES.
Yeah, I had an NES. Yeah, and actually,
such a great system.
It was, and I actually beat original Super Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
And then almost, because afterwards, I don't think a lot of people realize this, but when you beat that game, it throws you in a completely new set of worlds. And
That's awesome.
everything is much worse, much harder. Um, Almost every enemy is those hard black shelled things,
Hmm.
and it does make it a lot different. And I almost beat it again, except I fell in a hole. I was on I was
Oh,
I was on my way to the last Koopa and fell in a hole, and at
oh, that sucks.
4:30 in the morning I was playing that game because
Oh my God.
you can't save. So
Yeah, that's awful.
you can only save. I think at the time the only game was Zelda you could save on the NES at
Hmm.
the time,
It
and
had
then
the
I bought
battery in it, right?
then I got the Game Genie and we just cheated our way through everything. So
Oh yeah, nice.
yeah, the so what other types of things do you want to do besides gaming on your channel?
Whew, that's it's a couple of ideas now. I'm not sure how serious my friends were. We did mention a game show
Mm-hmm.
at some point. I was 100% serious. I would love to get into doing something like that.
Well,
Something a bit more goofy
yeah.
in
What
that way.
do you have any ideas of what you want to do with it?
No, not at all. That's it. It's just a single sentence pitch.
The idea of the game show is the pitch. Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's another thing too that you can do with this is while putting together the idea is obviously you want to have a good idea that people enjoy, but you can get however many people involved in it and take a shot at it
Yeah,
and not have to worry
absolutely.
about having 15 people come to your house or anything like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's
And
another great thing that this is able to do.
oh yeah, it's amazing. Another thing that I really want to get into is lore, VTuber lore. I don't know how much you've gotten into that with interview guests,
Oh yeah,
but I have. So I'll keep it brief.
go
A
ahead.
lot of the stuff I've been doing with mine is based on like the setting of a D&D campaign I was running. So
Yeah.
I have a stupid amount of lore, and the only thing holding me back is like the visual presentation. If I could just figure out how to make it into a video, I would spend too much time just talking about this is what dwarves look like. This is why I cast this one type of spell.
Is it doing the have your own director's commentary while it's going on?
Yeah, just
Oh, I played D&D when I was a kid, and we used to terrorize dungeon masters.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean that was back in the very early basic days, and one of the people who was with me had an IQ of about 2,000, and he would just wreck it.
Oh,
That poor DM had no hope.
oh man.
So do you
I
have you DM'd in the past?
yes, almost exclusively.
Oh,
I love it when people like mess with me and try to do that stuff. I love it so much.
yeah. Well,
But I'm
yeah,
mostly on the player's side
yeah.
with
Well,
like, but also both at the same time.
yeah. Well, I mean, you have all the control. I mean, if they do mess with you, just roll a dice and say you're dead.
I gotta root for them. You gotta push them forward as much as you block their way.
See, I couldn't do that because I'd be like, no, I want to win. And no one has fun but me as far as that game goes.
Oh yeah, it's hard to
Yeah,
get around that kind of gamey.
yeah. Is there anything gaming wise that online gaming wise that shapes up to the Dungeons and Dragons experience that you've been able to find?
Like types of games?
Yeah, I mean that you enjoy, like you would be playing Dungeon. I know RPGs are kind of along those lines a bit,
Yeah,
but
RPGs for sure.
yeah, but
Obviously, Baldur's Gate 3,
yeah, yeah,
the by far most accurate TRPG experience out there.
yeah. There's folks who
Absolutely incredible.
there's a lot of folks who don't have the D&D experience who get into RPGs and they don't
Hmm.
necessarily make that connection. But if you've done both, it really does make a difference to you what game you want to play.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Wow.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
It's
And the fact,
trying to find some.
yeah, the fact that you're into lore, that means that you've played a bit of Dungeons and Dragons.
Just a little bit.
So, how many books do you have?
Too many. Too many.
Confession time.
I have almost all of 5e, and it's not even my favorite game.
Oh, I had the old Commodore 64, and
Amazing.
yeah, that's how old I am. And I had all the D&D games for that, and they came in
That's so cool.
like 7 discs games, and the graphics were terrible, and I played them constantly. I played them to the
Yeah,
point.
that's amazing.
I had played them to the point where the disk drive would heat up and bugbears would get merged with humans, and there'd be a big mess on the screen, and I could.
What? That sounds awesome.
It was until you died.
Oh, yeah.
But
like visually.
yeah, oh, it was pretty cool, and especially the old
I love bugbears.
C64 graphics. It was pretty amazing. But
That's really cool.
it really does make a difference. I would wonder. Kind of wondering why there aren't any real D&D games out now for that people can get into that have the D&D label to it.
There aren't very many.
Yeah.
But there is, of course, Baldur's Gate 3, which
Mhm.
is fully Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I mean, basically is.
It is Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely insane how they got it 1-to-1. But I think there should be more. Yeah, there's if they're good.
Yeah, I think there's.
If they can make good ones.
Yeah, don't half orc it, okay?
Yeah, I'd love to have a revival of, and they're out there, just not in the licensing, but of the old Baldur's Gates and Planescape Torment, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, some of those games
they're out there. Disco Elysium.
Some of those games you might have to find some old computers to run them on.
Some of them, a lot of them are on Steam now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're sitting in my library. I stare at them every day and never play them.
Well, I also play the Might and Magic games.
Oh yeah.
Those were for the old Windows, 6, 7, 8. Those were that had a lot of Dungeons and Dragons to it. But they went south very quickly, and they were turn based, which is another thing. Dungeons and Dragons is turn based for the most part. Have you tried? Have you thought of the Diablo games?
I've played a little bit. I wish I've played more. I had the classic ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad played them.
Yeah. Those. Thanks for that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The old timer.
I played them too. I played them too. Just not very much.
Now that has a lot of it too. Especially the finding the magic stuff. Really.
Oh yeah,
really
I love the dark fantasy.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So, what have you got plans for the future? And I know you say you don't plan a whole lot ahead, but do you have anything planned here in the near future for your channel?
Well, I got that list of games.
Right.
So once I beat Persona 3, I'm diving into the Yakuza rabbit hole, and then just playing as many games with my friends as I can, and hopefully making new friends too.
Well, it sounds like you'll have an easy time doing it. You've got quite a personality, and really very easy to talk to. I do appreciate you coming on. For folks who want to find out what Silvera's got going on, we didn't give your full name.
Yes.
Yes. Can you?
I have one of those.
Please give us the full name before we.
Yes. Silvera Pendemos von Byra Selenunte I Zora, Archwizard and Master of the Spaces Between.
There you go. Don't mess with Silvera. They'll mess you up. We'll have all the links to be able to check out what Silvera's got to offer in the description here for the video. But I hope we get you on soon. If you get that game show going, let me know, because I want to see what's going on.
Okay.
All righty.
I can invite you on if you want to.
And that would be even more fun. Then just don't do anything too modern, or else I'll end up with -0 points.
Oh, that's fine. I be inspired by the classics.
Well, I'm not classic, but I'm certainly old enough to be one. Um, Thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me and doing this. This is so cool.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.